Another very powerful technique is called as analogous design. Now, the meaning of the word analogy is similarity. And the whole premise of analogous design is to understand that whatever problem you are trying to solve is already being solved by somebody somewhere else. All you need to do is to draw some inspiration from the other domain. So, for example, if I am trying to improve the performance of the canteen at IIMB, can I draw some analogies from some other context like the airport, especially the airlines which is serving food? Now, when you are serving food to the customers inside the airlines, which is the staff is serving the food, air hostess typically, you have to take multiple things into consideration. One is space optimization, quick service, convenience, safety because there is a lot of turbulence, preferences to specific type of food. How do we ensure that you are minimizing the wait and also the waiting? Now, if I have to draw some inspiration from the process by which the staff serves food in flight, what inspirations can I draw? So, the way we look at it is that you look at your specific problem, you generalize the problem, you shift the context to a completely unrelated domain, understand their best practice and then try to contextualize the best practice to your context. So, once again, if I go to the staff, the way they take out the food, they first take out the tray, then they arrange the food in different specific sections and then they give it to you. Now, the design of the tray is in such a manner and the design of food item in such a manner that it very snugly fits into the cart. So, can I design the tray in a manner that it reduces the space and also the tray is in such a size that in single serving people can't take more food, that also cuts down the wastage. Similarly, if I look at turnaround time, especially during the peak hour, now if it is a short flight, how do they ensure that within the short flight with all the turbulence that they may have and all the other duties that they have to still perform like announcements and etc., how do they ensure that the entire 180 people are served and also it cleared? So, that is efficiency. So, efficiency happens when you are dividing the work, that certain set of aisles will be taken care by one staff, another aisles will be taken care by another staff. Similarly, I can divide during the peak hours. Another idea that could be in terms of say food allergies. Now, they always ask you before that veg, non-veg or within veg if there are some specific items, which means can the food menu be shown and displayed beforehand, so that I exactly know what I need to pick up, or can there be a display section where the food could be displayed, so that I know beforehand that this is the food that I have and then I can possibly make my mind that okay, I do not need the entire platter, I just need chapati, I can straight away get into the chapati counter and have that. So, I would encourage you to go and check which are the other domains from which you can possibly learn and then bring this context back, and that is analogous design. And the best way of doing analogous design is to really go far away from your domain. The farther away that you go from your domain, the more interesting and the more fresh ideas that you could possibly get. I will throw the challenge to you that if I have to improve the efficiency of my car parking, what can I learn from stadiums? How do they manage crowd in stadiums, say during the World Cup stadiums or during Olympic Games? Or if I have to ensure that we have better attention span of students in the classroom, look at how do they manage attention span of people when they are doing totally boring stuff. For example, pilot. When pilot is manning the aircraft and the whole thing is on autopilot, how do I still ensure that the pilot is alert to any exigencies? What can I learn from that? Okay. So, all these perspectives are available to you and you have to really go wide lens before you go to narrow lens, and this requires you to be very well read. So, that is analogous design all about you. I hope you will be able to use this in this very context as well as other problems that you might face in your life. Thank you.